Hey everybody, it's Mark again, and I made a couple of videos about this already. If your bird is coming in and out on a regular clock movement as it cuckoos, I told you that this lever here, when you take it apart, it has to be able to drop easily. If it doesn't drop easily, you need to take a toothpick to the the arbor that fits onto the shaft. You need to clean the shaft. It has to be able to drop easily. I also talked about if the wire is too short, or too long, that it could cause the bird to come in and out. But watch what happens when I turn the great wheel. See, the cuckoo would be coming in and out of this clock, and the rack is not being raised. And in this particular case, I forced it to do this. This rack stop lever, which is this lever right here, has three tabs and a post. This tab here hits the third wheel warning pin when it's all done cuckooing. This tab here raises the rack, and then there's this tab right here that hits this lever when it's all done cuckooing, because when it cuckoos, in order for the bird to stay out, this lever has to grab that. And now, as you can see, the bird's staying out, and that's because I'm forcing it to stay closed. I did this for the purpose of this video. If this tab is too far down, it's hitting this lever. And stand by and I'll tell you what that lever is called. It is called the cuckoo bird rod locking lever. And this is it right here. What's going on is the tab is hitting the end of this, and that's why your bird is going in and out of the door while it cuckoos. And again, for the purpose of this video, I pushed it down. So now I am going to lift it up. I'm going to push it up, making adjustments to see what happens. Now watch. Now the bird is out. The rack is lifting. Even if that lever is pushed just slightly too far down, and by the way, at the end, that lever hits that cuckoo bird rod locking lever to release the bird and allow him to go back in the door, him or her. And watch what happens at the end. It hits the lever, opens this up, allows the bird to go back in the door. Even if this lever is bent just a little bit too far down, and I'm going to do it. It's allowing the rack to come up, but as you can see, the bird is bouncing in and out of the door. So it has to be bent just right to allow the bird to come out and stay out as it cuckoos. And it has to be bent just right to hit that bird locking lever at the end, which in this case it does. So if you have a Regula, now Herbert Hur and antique clocks have a totally different system. So this is specifically on Regula and probably AMS and bat off movements because they have rack and snails. If your bird is coming in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out as it cuckoos, but is cuckooing the correct hours, it's because the tab on the rack stop lever that hits the cuckoo bird rod locking lever, which is this, is bent down too much, tapping it as it cuckoos. And I'm going to bend it down one more time just so you could see it one more time. In this case, it's not going to lift the rack because I got it bent down quite a bit. But if your clock is cuckooing the correct hours, but the bird comes out and goes back in, comes out and goes back in, it's because the tab, this upper tab on the rack stop lever, that's what this lever is bent too far down. So take a screwdriver and bend it up and then try it. There it's still touching the cuckoo bird rod locking lever, and so that's why it's bouncing, but the rack is coming up. So I have to bend it up even more and try it. The bird is coming out, the rack is lifting, and I want to make sure that the bird goes in at the very end, which it does. And you don't want to put this movement all back in the case without trying this a few times. I never assume it's good on the very first try. I always try it a few times before I determine that it's good to go. So I hope this helps. May God bless each and every one of you. Again, this is on a Regula. This is on a movement that has a racking snout. Because whether it's a Regula, a bat off, or an AMS, they all have the rack stop lever. And there's going to be a tab of some sort to make the locking lever here do its thing. In this case, I want to go slow here because when I was going fast, it seemed like it came in and then came back out on the very last couple of hits. But I hope this explains everything. And if you have any questions, please let me know. And may God bless each and every one of you.